Hey everybody, I am back at your request. We're going to look at the group BTS. Okay, so I hope I pronounced these names correctly. Want to look at each one of the members' life, love, and I asked the question of, do they want to stay in the group? Each and every last one of them. That's the way we'll be doing it today. If you have any other questions, you can just let me know and we can go back to it. We're going to look at the overall messages for the group and see what energies they have going on around them. Now, I can tell you the truth. As I meditated for the group, they are very freaking successful and they still have a lot of success to come. They have a lot of success to come. I kind of did get that Kendall type feel. I kind of felt like they were programmed. I kind of felt like they were taught to be them. I did feel that, but in most groups, it feels like that because in a group you're working together, and if you work together, it kind of feels like it's robotic. So they do have people around them that's making them look like, I'll say making them look like, programmed. They feel to be programmed to me. That's the way I will look at it. It's definitely something deceiving about the group as a whole. And it's probably because they're not being themselves. They're not being their true selves or able to be their true selves. There is some control going on. There is some manipulation going on. And some of them may have even been hypnotized at times. So there is some type of deception going on overall with this group. Why do I feel like they're much, much older than what they present themselves to be? Age-wise, I felt like their age wasn't truthful. There are some lies in this group that needs to end. There are some things about it that's not truthful. Yeah, something that they offer is not real. Maybe it's just the image that they offer to us. And I do believe some ages are not real. And I do believe that they are playing characters. It's certain characters they are playing. Which is not a big problem to me because it's just work. It's not their real life. So they have a lot of power and strength left in this group. They just came out of some type of conflict. There's something special about them. They are chosen to do this. This is destiny for them. They're very connected to what they are doing. They just came out of some type of conflict. Let me see what type of conflict that was. Something to do with some fans. They came out of some type of conflict. They have a lot of arguments and disagreements amongst them. But they're holding on tight to the fame. They really enjoy the fame. I just heard the Beatles. They love it. Yeah, they do. So the group as a whole, they got some deceiving spirits around them. It could be the image. It could be the way they are portrayed. It could be their age. Something about them that is not real. It definitely feels programmed, like they were programmed in some kind of way to become this group. Handpicked to be together. And they're acting out these characters. I kind of felt like it was a cartoon to me in so many different ways. So that's the overall message. I see so much power and strength going forward. I don't see this group stopping at any time. I actually believe that somebody can be replaced without us knowing it too. Why do I feel like somebody has been replaced already without us knowing it? And I do mean us because I don't know much about them, but it feels like somebody was replaced and a new person was added without anybody ever knowing that happened. If I pick up the person as I go along with them one by one, I'll let you know. But I do feel like one of these people were actually replaced already. It's the craziest feeling. Yeah. They generate money. That's what they do. This group generates money. It kind of feels like they are a novelty. They are frozen in time already. Feels like that. Okay. So let's move with the first member. The first member, I got RM. Very strong personality. Um, I pull life messages, love, and if they want to be a part of the group. Um, Life messages overall, this person is very strong, like I was saying before. Strong will, strong minded. Um, this person is really not a party person, believe it or not. I don't know why I have to say believe it or not, but they're really not a party person. This is a homebody. Very strong, very passionate. Oftentimes feel abandoned. Feel like the group members do not notice him. Sometimes he doesn't feel included, but at the same time, he's quiet. He fights with that day to day. Always performs, always show up. Definitely a team player, but yet feeling like he's not remembered and appreciated by the other members. Yeah, each time he comes to practice, it's hard for him to get there. It's an emotional draining situation to get to work in this group. It's hard for him. Relationship wise, when it comes to love, is very unbalanced. Could be dealing with a possible Libra, or could be dealing with that on and off again type relationship. Very, very possible. And I think that this is RM's major issue compared to everything else in the group is love, the love journey, love relationships. Feels like that's the biggest problem. Yeah. Wanting a soulmate, wanting a person to be with, desperate need of a partner. I believe that they are with someone right now that could be a soulmate. I believe that they are in and out of a relationship right now, and that's probably what causes him the emotional ups and downs when it comes to work and business. The relationship is causing problems towards the group. Does he want to continue on with the group? Instead of saying yes or no, it's more like I'm disconnected anyway. They don't want me anyway. It's a pity about it. Yeah, so he's not 100% sure if he wants to leave the group or not. He just pretty much says, I already feel disconnected, so it wouldn't matter either way. I do not have him making any actions to leave the group, but he definitely feels like the person that causes emotional conflict in the group, all because of personal unhappiness. Definitely got that for him. So I think that he will hang on probably until the end, and it will hurt him all the way through the process because of personal issues. The next person I have here is V. Okay. When it comes to V and life messages, very successful person. I believe that he has other things going on as well. Other ways to make money, other business opportunities around him. Seems to be very, very successful. Feels like he's celebrating something as we speak. I don't know what this could be. Maybe he's been released from something. He could have had a real estate property that he had released or just let go of. But he feels some type of victory because he's no longer connected to something or someone. This can actually be love as well. I just heard free at last, free at last. So maybe he has some type of legal cases going on. Maybe it was some type of problems in real estate. Maybe he's finally been released from a relationship. Maybe he no longer has to stay in a house, maybe. I don't know. But he just went through some type of release. He just won some type of case of being released. And he's very happy about that. When it comes to love, there's definitely been a lot of changes for him in love. He could be dealing with a possible earth sign or a Scorpio. But a lot of things has changed. And he's trying to adapt to the new changes. Why do I feel like he just broke up with someone and he's happy about it? Let's see. Um, Being in a group doesn't bother him as much. He's able to overcome any situation. Yeah, he has some options. I really just think that he got over a breakup that he's happy about. It definitely feels that way. When it comes to the desire to be in a group, he doesn't want to. He's actually tired of being in a group. But that's the way I think that he behaves in every area of his life. And a life message that says, I won. I no longer have to be responsible for something. And a love message is, things change so much. Now I got options. When it comes to, do you want to be in a group or not? I don't want to create anything in a group. It's almost like he gets tired quickly. It almost seems like he wants to be cut out instead of making his own decisions. If he feels like the kind of person that would do something just to get kicked out the group, attention seeker, I got for him. I feel like if he was counseled or kicked out today, he would be the one to say, I've been wanting to leave. He has issues with having passion continuously. Now, I believe he's loyal. Physically, he will stay in a situation to the end. But emotionally, spiritually, he detaches all the time. So he knows how to create a way to get out of things. Could have been broke up with a Scorpio, like I said before, or just been released out of a certain situation. I don't see him leaving the group, but if he was to be kicked out, it will be because that he chose to change his behavior to be kicked out. He seems like the kind of person that won't talk up for himself, but create the scene to get what he wants. That's how that feels. Now with this next one, I think is John Cook. I got a lot of depressing sadness and low energy around him. A lot. Even with the life messages, he feels like he don't get what he deserves. He feels like he's not being looked at. He feels like he's not getting the attention that he should. He wants more attention. He wants more things out of life that he deserves. Kind of this pity thing going on again here. Maybe it's not getting enough attention, but with so many people, this in the group, this kind of feels normal if you think about it, right? So we can look a little bit more into this disappointment in his life messages, that he feels unhappy home, broken home, don't have a sense of family or miss being with family. He's very unhappy in his life. Could be having issues with water signs. He seems to be very depressed. I think this group is probably the closest thing to family for him. He feels alone a lot of the times. He feels unseen. Feels like people are not paying him attention. When it comes to love, he feels trapped. He feels stuck. He feels, I don't know, it's this feeling of, you got a relationship here that may be toxic. Yeah. He makes me feel like he's a father. But as I said, I don't know too much, but it almost feels like in love he's desiring to leave someone or cut out or want to release. There's some type of heaviness, unhealthy behaviors going on in his life, and he really wants to move away from them or from it. He makes me feel like he may have some vices that could be dangerous. Very much. Or he can have a relationship and children with a Capricorn, and he feels trapped in that relationship. There's a lot of emotional issues going on here. Does he want to leave the group? I'm even confused. Let me see. He's fighting with that decision. Yeah. Unanswered. He's not sure. He don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. He don't know if he should stay or leave when it comes to love, or if he should try love again. When it comes to his life messages, he's not happy in his life and often feel alone. Lots of sadness on him. Definitely lots of sadness. Okay, so we go to the next one. I think this is Jim or Jimin, Jimin. He's in a very happy place right now, celebrating. He could have just found new love. He could be reuniting with the love. He could have just walked away from problems and pain, and now he's going into a happy place. He's releasing. I think he has pulled back from the group as well, emotionally. I do feel like he got a new love, or he's taking love to a new level. He makes me feel like marriage is on him for some reason. Or he having thoughts of marriage. Very possible. I got him offering love to someone. I got him very passionate about someone. Very passionate about this new life, new love, new freedom, new thing to celebrate. I would not be surprised if he's proposing or desire to propose to someone. Yeah. He got a lot of new things that's happening in his personal life, which is bringing a lot of happiness to him. When it comes to do he wants to be in a group or not, he just wants the pressure to stop. He believed that there are ways to make this group better. He believed that there are ways to take the pain away, take the pressure away, to take the heaviness away. He believes in a better way of managing the group. It's not so much about him wanting to leave it. He just believes that they can do better. Let's see what that's about. Yeah. It pretty much, he makes me feel like we done made mistakes before. We've done this before. We don't have to do it that way. Let's do it different. We know what we need to do. I don't want to do things the same way. This is your talker right here. This is the person that calls the meetings. This is the person who speaks out. This is a very bold talker, and he makes his complaints heard. He makes me feel like somewhat of a leader in the group. Yeah, he really do. And he looks at the issues and he desires to make them much better. It's not about him leaving the group. It's about him making the group better. Definitely feel like the captain of the team type feeling right there. Yeah. Well, let's go to the next one. I think this is Sugar. All right. Sugar. Life messages. He's made some decisions in his life. He just had to make a serious decision about something or someone. This is your I don't know person. Like, I'm not sure. I don't know. This is the person that really can't figure everything out. This is the person that kind of feels naive to me. This is the one that says yes easily just because thinking will cause too much pressure. This is the one that can be controlled. This is the one that can, this might even be the one that was replaced. Who knows? Or the one that's about to be replaced. Very possible. But I have this person very submissive. Yeah. Feels like they broke away from their family. Feels like they broke away. Yeah, they left someone to be in this group. They cut off some people that they were united with to be in this group. Maybe he left another record label. Maybe he left his family. Maybe he left his siblings to be a part of this. Maybe he left another group. Something about that. When it comes to love, strange. It feels strange. It feels, I won't say strange, but it feels like, it feels awkward. It feels sexually awkward. I don't know. It just feels like he's uncomfortable. How about that? It feels like he's uncomfortable when it comes to love. It feels like there's no love messages coming in for him. He could have been desiring an air sign and it didn't work out, but there's no love right now. He's ready to jump off a cliff. He's ready to be the fool. Easily manipulated. Yeah. Very submissive. Yeah. Kind of concerned about him, pitch. For the future. Kind of concerned. Yeah. As far as leaving a group, he doesn't know. He's not sure if he wants to leave the group or not. It's like, I don't know. I think I'm meant to be here. I feel like I'm meant to be here. I feel like this is my life. He doesn't have a problem with the fame. That's for sure. No problem with the fame. No problem with the attention. He loves it. He wants to turn up more. He wants to... Why do I feel like he's like the mascot, the wild one, the one that will wear it all, do it all type person? Yeah. The next one is Jin, Jin. Feels a lack of power. He definitely could be having problems with an Aries in his life. His issues are beyond the group. I feel like he didn't have a choice. Why does it feel like his father maybe pushed or encouraged this? Some type of male in his life he has a lot of issues with. He could have been pushed and encouraged, pressed to be in this group. I have him having serious issues with a male uncle, father. Doesn't feel like a brother. He's still trying to heal from childhood issues and disappointments. He's troubled. Yeah, he's troubled. Doesn't feel love at all. When it comes to love, I do have a new world here for him. I know he feels a lot of hurt and pain and sadness in his life, but the love felt really good. Maybe everybody love him, but I have someone coming through for him that he can create with, someone that he can have a connection to. You got a new person coming through. Definitely do. See a blonde haired girl. For some reason. Yeah, somebody he can retreat with. Probably got a possible air sign or water sign coming through. Look out for new love for him. Does he want to lead the group? He's looking around. Just a sec. Why don't he feel like he's rich? I know, just give me a minute. I know that don't make sense, but why do I feel like he's like the CEO? Why do I feel like he's the producer? He is the songwriter. He can make another business. I wouldn't be surprised if he go and do something else. Like get his own group, write music for people, start a production company. He got entrepreneur all over him. He's looking at ways too to find his own thing. This is temporary for him. He has another purpose and calling in his life. This is not it. This is not it right here. Not at all. I could see him doing something else. And I think that maybe he gets paid more in the group or something. I don't know. Feels like he does more than just be a member. Okay. Yeah. Last but not least. Oh, this was the cool dude right here. When I meditated for him, I remember feeling that. Like, whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. I'm relaxed. I'm chill. I don't feel like thinking of something by myself. It feels like he just want to go with the flow of things. It doesn't feel like he had a lot going on in life at the time of the group. But he's all for it. His heart is in it. He likes the attention. He's been through some rough situations financially, so this is right on time for him. Being in this group is a lifesaver. But he seems to be very cool and relaxed. Actually, he's more relaxed than anybody else in the group to me. When it comes to love, I see some issues. I feel like he's very conflicted about who he wants to be with. Seems very picky. I have a fire sign, maybe a Sagittarius around him that he could be going back and forth with. He could be in some type of twin flame relationship with the runner, receiver, going back and forth. Nothing too serious in a relationship. But he do got a hook in somebody, and somebody got a hook in him. When it comes to, do he want to leave the group or not? No, he's not done yet. He hasn't arrived. He don't think that he's even seen enough, heard enough. I do feel like, why do it feels like he doesn't think that he's that talented? Yeah, he doesn't feel like he's talented. He's just grateful to be in a group. That's how it feels to me. Okay. The last two people, J Hope and Jen, those two will be my top two when it comes to leaving a group, because of their journey. I really do feel like they have a journey outside of this group that will take them higher or independently successful. Those two got another thing on them, another calling on them, another journey on them. Okay, so the majority of them feels like this group is pacifying something in their life, and then those last two felt like they had something more happening and going on. Yeah, really did feel that way. And Jimin, he felt like a team captain. I think he is the one that brings the peace and understanding. He brings the wisdom of the group. Okay. Yeah. Look out for Sugar too, because he just seemed like he may surprise us and do something off the wall. I don't know what. I kind of got like this, like the wild boy of the group type feeling. I don't know. Feels like he the one that would make news. That's for sure. For something that he done or something like that. Very possible. I did feel some type of vices, a possible addiction, maybe possible around John Cook. And then again, he could just be addicted to himself. Sometimes that happens to your own ego. So that was a lot. All right, so I hope that you got the messages that you want to hear. If you guys are looking for anything more or different, just comment on that video on the channel. And make sure you like and subscribe. Bye-bye.